Peace everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name is Ronnie, also known as Greenheart Goddess 9. In this video, I will be making chocolate zucchini muffins. I really enjoy zucchini and I love chocolate, so it's a great combination. It's a great breakfast food. You can eat this as a snack during any time of the day. Zinc is good for vitamin C, potassium, and magnesium, as well as a little bit of folate. It also is good for the skin, for the body, and for your heart. And so I have all the ingredients already prepared here. I'm just gonna go ahead and go through the recipe list of ingredients and then go ahead and put them together. I'll leave the recipe in the description box for you. So what I have to start with, I have 3/4 cups of flour, sugar, and oats. And I tried to keep them as separate as possible. And you'll wanna use rolled oats, 3/4 cups of flour, sugar, and oats. And I have those together here. I have 1/4 cup of cocoa, and I'm gonna mix this in, or actually just put it in with the flour mixture. And then I have a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. And then I have a 1/2 teaspoon, excuse me, of pink Himalayan salt. I'm gonna put that in there as well. So then, excuse me, I'll go ahead and leave this over here. And then I have 1 cup of shredded zucchini. I peeled the zucchini and then went ahead and grated it. I'm gonna take this and put this in a bigger bowl. I've got 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt. And this recipe is vegan friendly. Just feel free to use a dairy-free product in place of the yogurt and the eggs. I'm gonna put this in with the zucchini as well. Hope everyone is doing great and staying healthy. Indulging a little bit from time to time. It's always fun. And then I've got 2 brown eggs. You can use any kind of eggs. If you are using a vegan-free, a dairy-free recipe for the vegan version, then you'll want to use an egg substitute. So I'll just take these, and the reason why I have these in here, you don't want to crack, well, I'm not going to say you don't want to, but it's preferable if you crack the eggs first before you put it into your mix, just in case you happen to get a bad egg. So I got 2 eggs, I'm going to put that in here too. And then I'm just going to mix all of this together. Zucchini is super, super good. These are the kind of recipes where you can't really taste the zucchini. It's more about getting the good benefits and the health benefits of this recipe. Cocoa is also good too. Feel free to use like a dark chocolate or a darker version of cacao. The higher the percentage, the more darker it's gonna be. This is just traditional Hershey's cocoa powder that I have. My kids like to bake and cook as well, so I keep quite a bit of that on hand. Okay, so I have all of this mixed. Then I'm going to take my flour, oat, sugar mixture with the cocoa, the baking soda, and the salt, and pour that into the zucchini mixture. I'm going to take my spatula, and then I'm just going to stir and make sure it's all combined. And while I'm in the midst of this, feel free to add, if you like, a little bit of cinnamon. I'll probably do a dash. And then I've got some yummy chocolate chips. Yummy. I'll take a couple of those, probably a handful or 2, just to make it a little bit more yummy and more chocolatey. And then you're gonna mix all this up together. Make sure it's nice and mixed up. You don't wanna over mix it, because then your muffins will come out a little bit tougher than you would probably prefer. And what I'm doing here is just splitting and folding. That kind of helps steer everything a little bit better. You just slice down the middle, roll over the top, and then start from the side again. And you do the same thing over and over again. And then make sure you get the bottom and everything's all nice and good. All right, so I'm gonna grab my, and this is enough for 12 muffins. Feel free to double the recipe to get 24, but I've got 12 here, and I've got lined paper. You can go ahead and take your muffin pan and just grease each of the muffin cups. You don't have to use a wrap. I like to use these because it keeps the muffins, once they're taken out, a little bit more fresh versus having them out into the air in the open if you keep them in a container. So this way they're a little bit more protected on the sides. And I've got my cupcake scoop that I like to use. This usually gets each cupcake perfectly right about in shape. If you don't have like anything similar to that, feel free to use like a tablespoon or a scoop. But you want to get, here I'll show you. You want to get your cupcake liner or your muffin cup up to about 3/4 full. And so I'll just scoop that in there and show you. You don't want it too full. You don't want it all the way to the top, but about 3/4 of the way. So a little bit more than half. You can see that there. And then I'll just do those for each of those. I've got my oven set at 350. Make sure that you turn on your oven before you get started with all of this so that it's preheated and ready to go by the time you're ready to put your muffins in the oven. And that is all. I'm gonna go ahead and scoop the rest of these and get these baking. Actually, it's not all. You're gonna bake these for 20 minutes. Check them after 20 minutes. You'll put a toothpick in the middle. If it still comes out a little gooey, then I typically like to do every 2 minutes or so until they're actually done, and you poke the toothpick in and it comes out clean. Once they're ready to go, you'll take them out, leave them on a rack, and let them rest and cool off for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then you can go ahead and eat them. Feel free to store them. I believe they last probably, I would say probably up to a week or so, depending on if you keep them out or you keep them in the refrigerator. They're gonna last longer in the refrigerator. You can also double up, like I said earlier on this recipe, and put them in the freezer and then have some for later, so you don't even have to worry about making another recipe should you want some more. You'll have them in the freezer ready to go. You'll just take them out, let them thaw probably for about 15-20 minutes or so, and you have a nice little treat, snack, or breakfast. So that is all that I have for this video. I hope that you enjoy these. If you do decide to make these are really, really delicious. I highly recommend it. And that's all. Thank you so much. Peace.